Okay. Cat, are you here? Let's try this again. Ah, there she is. Okay. Approve. Add. Did it work? Thanks for coming back, you guys. Kat, it said I was adding you. Hopefully she's going to pop on the screen right now. I should be drinking a glass of wine because this is a little stressful. Oh my gosh. Why is it not letting you on? I know. I tried to add you. It says you're added. Oh my gosh. Maybe I need some tequila. This is stressful. Kat, I don't know what you didn't get any notification saying that to accept because I clicked the button. I think you have to accept. It's gonna look in your notifications, Kat. Reacted. Kat, look in your notifications and it should say that oh my gosh. Add viewers. Invite. Okay, do you see it now? You see it? Did I get you here? Kat. Oh my God, see, you can have a business and nothing's ever perfect, right? Oh my gosh. Approve. I'm approving you. I added you. Come on. Thanks for being patient, you guys.
Holy moly.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I need tequila now.
Well, so do I.
Oh, wow. And there's an echo. Too.
Do you have your feedback or?
Wait, why is it echoing? Hold on.
Do you want me to put in my earbuds?
No, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Do you guys hear me echoing? This is so bad. Do you hear the echo? Trina, do you hear an echo?
Let me try this. This is what I did earlier with Lindy. How's this? Is that better?
My echo. Oh, much better. Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to. It's just my phone. Sorry.
Woo, okay, a little meditation. Somebody bring me a margarita or a glass of wine, please. Okay. Oh, it's echoing for you, Danielle? I need earbuds? Oh my God. Hold on. Jeez. Jeez Louise. I don't know that I'm going to do one of these again. Holy cow. All right. Hold on.
How to hack your phone.
Can you hear me? Am I echoing? Is this better? Better? Ooh. Oh my God. All right. Woo. That was a little painful. So I was going to tell you that we're totally off script and off the cuff, but I think that's pretty obvious at this point. We clearly have not practiced this. Valerie, if you're out there, she's probably dying. Get your ish together, ladies. Okay.
I'll tell you.
Anyway, so Kat is, for those of you that don't know, I just want to introduce you guys really quick. Kat is my dear friend. She was my chiropractor many moons ago. I have a 6-year-old and he was my VBAC baby after 2 cesarean sections. And I came into Kat's office and she was like, "You're a little bit of a hot mess. I'm going to have you in here 3 times a week throughout the course of your pregnancy." And so we became real good friends. And I mean, honestly, so she's a pediatric chiropractor. She has had her own wellness clinic for our chiropractic clinic for 20 years now. But she is actually in school at IFM, the Institute for Functional Medicine, and she now has a thriving functional medicine practice where there's like legit like a 6 month waiting list to get in to see her. Okay. Um, she has a big, beautiful brain and a big, beautiful heart, and I am thrilled, you guys. She just got back into town, and she's actually doing us a huge favor by being here because she hasn't seen her husband that much in the past week. So I promised her that this would be quick. Um, what I wanted to do is actually, and so she and I joke that I speak catese. She's the brainiac, and I'm gonna dumb it down. So we'll have a little bit of both, like depending what you guys want. Okay. So, Kat, can you really quickly, like if you were talking to your patient that had no idea about anything, what is biohacking? What does that even mean?
So I don't have the definition in front of me just to make it even more kind of off script and authentic. But my understanding of it is that you're basically taking and optimizing from the inside out the wonderful creation that we are, the human body, taking the human body and applying science, maybe not yet proven for some things, but things that can help alter or improve your biochemistry so that you can be the best version of you. That's what biohacking is to me.
So basically, you're saying that I can do things to change my genetics or my situation based on lifestyle.
Yeah, change the expression of it based off of lifestyle, nutrition. Like nutrigenomics is an aspect of biohacking. It's a way of helping to maximize your genetic expression. Yeah.
And so you're tell them like really quickly, like you're coming out of a 3 day intensive course where what was like the biggest thing that you were talking about? Were they talking about nutrigenomics and biohacking and cellular health?
Absolutely. So the word biohacking itself didn't come up because, medical doctors, even functional medicine doctors, tend to be 10 to 17 years behind the curve on what's at the forefront, right? And it's possibly because of the incredible ton of stuff that is out there that they whittle through to be able to help you. But basically, this particular module was on the immune system, and I didn't even know what to expect because honestly, I just kind of go along and go with the flow, and tried to be really present. And it turned out to be a lot of discussion about autoimmunity and the gut-brain connection. Not in a chiropractic way of describing the gut-brain, but really just the biochemistry of healing the gut, upregulating our own body's wisdom, the way I would put it, but upregulating our bodies, that means like increasing our body's own like antioxidants, for instance, that are way more powerful than anything you're gonna take. We're just designed to have some things made by our body, and some things are considered essential that we have to consume.
The way that I always like to explain it to people is when we get a cut, and tell me if this is on or off base,
I
but
love that one.
when we get a cut, you guys, like I know we put a Band-Aid on it, and depending if you're the Bactine person or the like Neosporin
Silver.
person or you're the colloidal silver person, but like we put it on because doing something makes us feel like we have some control. But I would say 99.9% of the population doesn't need to do anything because the body innately moves towards healing on its own when under the right conditions. And so I think maybe that's how to like explain biohacking at a super basic level. It's helping the body be under the right conditions so it can move to a state of healing. Would you agree with that?
100%. I mean, it's a chiropractic philosophy. I mean, nature needs no help. She just needs no interference. I mean, we basically heal from above down, inside out. And at the root of that is what you're saying. If you take a cadaver and a live person, and they both have a cut, like you said, you put a Band-Aid on both of them, Neosporin on both of them. Obviously, the only one that's going to heal is the one with the life force, the innate wisdom that's turned on.
Right.
But some of us are on a dimmer switch. And chiropractic alters the dimmer switch. Eating healthy food alters the dimmer switch. Going in the sauna and exercising, that alters the dimmer switch. Biohacking your body with, nutrigenomics alters the dimmer switch, probably in a very impactful way, more impactful than some of the other things we do.
Well, that was the thing. If you guys, I don't know how much you know of my story, but I was doing all the things. I was one of those people that I was trying all of the common things that we hear to biohack my body and the body of my kids. We were sleeping on organic mattresses and we had a whole house water filter and I had literally like kale coming out my ears. I eat so much dang kale. And I was like, why? Why? Like we still had anxiety and rashes and joint pain and temper tantrums and bedwetting and autism like behaviors and ADD and all this stuff. And I could not get the leverage that I needed using those modalities alone. And we were doing chiropractic, we did osteopathy, like I took magnesium, like I did all of the things. And like it just wasn't enough leverage. And so can you, or maybe I will, like the way, like, well, can you talk really quickly about oxidative stress and maybe cellular health and like the mitochondria, just like super high
Sure.
level, and
Overview.
explain what it is. Like, why should they care about that in terms of their health?
Got it. Um, okay, super easy. Oxidative stress, not everybody's heard of it, but you've all heard of free radicals. And oxidative stress is basically the damage from free radicals. And free radicals are bombarding us way more now than ever before. At a rate of, some say, 300 septillion free radicals a day, which is like a 3 with 26 zeros behind it. And what people have been doing customarily to deal with free radicals, if you even hear those Greenberry commercials, taking things with antioxidants, they juicing goji berries, acai berries, kale, and all these wonderful things. But the issue with that, obviously, is nowadays with EMFs, we have traumas, toxins, thoughts, technology. We're being assaulted mostly now environmentally, in a way that we cannot, no matter what, come up for air. We're maybe like, bobbing up and down in the water, but no one's actually gaining leverage unless they're doing some of these things that you and I are now doing. And so basically, if you breathe and you eat food, you have oxidative stress. If you use Wi-Fi and a cell phone, and you have even more. If your child's using a tablet, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No,
But
no.
I'm fascinated, like with the Wi-Fi. Our community, our neighborhood, and our neighborhood is completely up in arms. They're putting a gigantic cell tower at like in this intersection, and everybody's freaking out over it because of what it looks like. It's ugly. They're
Who
hiring.
cares what it
Wait.
looks like?
No, but I have a point. I have a point. Hold
Oh,
on. They're hiring attorneys. They've started a petition. Okay. They are freaking out. Like, I can't tell you, I probably have 25 emails about this tower because they don't like what it looks like. And I am blown away that nobody understands the words oxidative stress. Nobody understands what it is. It's not like a hot buzzword yet, which I don't mean to like, so part of me, like, I
yeah.
want you to explain why this is so, so,
Yeah,
so critical
sure.
to our health, but then also from a business standpoint, why this is
Why?
huge,
Okay,
huge.
well, everybody has oxidative stress. We're meant to have some of it because we need it to create mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of our cells. So it's funny because you need some stress to be able to create the things that help fight the stressors, simply put. And mitochondria, if you remember from science class when you were a kid, is the powerhouse of the cell. It's like the engine. But basically, our cells, which are like the building blocks of our life, our entire body, are being impacted. And so, like, the best way for me to explain the impact of oxidative stress is imagine any fruit or vegetable, maybe take like an avocado or an apple or a banana, cut it in half, open it up, put it on the counter, and what happens hours later? It
Brown.
turns brown.
Brown. Sorry,
Yeah.
was I supposed to answer
Yes,
that?
yes, yes. And it's rhetorical almost. But so brown, and it's turning brown faster. And that's what your cells are looking like on the inside when you age. And so there are fancy words, and I don't need to get into the fancy words, but it's age dependent. And now it's more than age dependent. The children I'm seeing in my office have the diseases of old people, and then people are trying to force themselves to get pregnant, and then they have children that have the diseases of old people, and they're basically appropriately called geriatric pregnancies and they're high risk because these people are a mess. And I say this in just loving kindness, like, what the hell? Why is that? And that's because we're bombarded. So basically, imagine that the minute you cut into the apple now, instead of it being a few hours, what's happening now is it turns instantaneously brown. So we need to be able to have leverage. Otherwise, literally just living is impactful. And it's something that, just like you and me, we both, I'm grain-free, dairy-free, egg-free, soy-free, and
All the freeze.
I'm all the freeze, and I'm actually committed to that. Like, I don't ever deviate from it.
You
have
guys,
seen me travel.
she's the weird one that goes to the restaurant, the Mexican restaurant, and we get the guacamole and we get the margarita, but she won't eat the chips. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Or the
That's like
cheese
not
or the
normal.
queso. It's
The
okay,
cheese
but
I get, but like no chips. Come on, once in a while. Nope, not her.
No. So, I get the jicama. Come on. I get the jicama and the celery. But the point is that, like,
Can I
I
just
do
buy a
all
jicama,
the
please?
things. I do all those things. And I still had debilitating health issues. Like, am I more functional than someone who's not doing that? Yeah, absolutely. But, like, people aren't feeling well enough to do that. So why this is a big deal business-wise is because everybody who's on the planet who has a heartbeat breathes and eats. They're being exposed. It's not realistic to think that people are going to go live off grid, turn off their phones, not use tablets, not live in today's society.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was doing a live for Lindsay the other day, and I was saying, like, I really feel like the oxidative stress conversation, the Wi-Fi, like, let's just use Wi-Fi in particular, how like everyone's shoving it in their bra and down their pants when they're walking. I mean, I used to do that until you were like, stop it. And like putting, like, the little kids have the iPads on their laps and stuff, and it's like cigarettes, like Mad Men. Like, nobody knows how bad this is yet. Like, my daughter actually was talking, everyone has these AirPod earbuds, and she was just saying, they are better or they're not. The AirPods.
The ones that the earbuds are good, not the things that are hanging without a cord. Those are not good.
Yeah, no, that's what she's saying. The whole thing now is the hanging without a cord, and and I was just like, no, like, I'm not going to give up my cell phone. I'm just not. But like, I can use these instead of the ones that I think give you brain cancer. So let's just talk about, like, what did you have an aha moment in your class this weekend when they were talking about Nerf2 activation?
Yeah. So
Can you share that?
So I don't know how much the people who are on here know about what Nerf2 is, and I don't know how much detail you've gone into it. But
Would it be more helpful? Sorry, would it be helpful if I pause and explain that really quick?
you can, and I can
Really?
explain why it's related and why it's impactful.
So really, really quickly, you guys. So we are conditioned, like Kat said, to consume antioxidants on a 1-to-1 ratio to combat the free radicals, right? Like, that's what we're all like used to. We take the vitamin C. You can activate a pathway in your body, which basically activate means just turn on. It's a protein pathway in the body, and it allows your body to produce its own free radicals. So that's what she's talking about when she says Nerf2.
To reduce the free radicals.
Yes,
own antioxidants.
Oh, yes. Big thing that you corrected me there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
that's okay.
It's
I was
late.
like,
No,
totally.
produce your own antioxidants.
Yes, so it does so at a much higher rate. So NRF2, like you were saying, nuclear erythroid factor 2, it's your own antioxidant response pathway in your body. And it is the opposite of the inflammation pathway. And if somebody ever wants to go offline and get science and geeky, I can. But one of the things that we did is we talked a lot about this weekend in every single module, actually, that I've been in the Institute for Functional Medicine. And these are, programs for doctors that they spend a couple grand for each of these 3-day segments. And I say that not to be like, oh, look how much we're spending. It's to say that they're literally hanging on every word that these practitioners are saying from the stage. And you hear Nerf 2, Nerf 2, Nerf 2. And Nerf 2 is basically, it was discovered as a pathway in the late 90s. And the reason why it's so relevant and why it came up this weekend is because it's literally the answer across the board for leverage for every single disease, malfunction, and condition in the body. There is not a single person that wouldn't benefit from lowering their oxidative stress. And as a business owner, that's like, there's not a single person who wouldn't benefit from drinking a glass of water, having 8 hours of sleep, getting chiropractic care, getting some exercise, all that stuff. But how realistic is it if you feel like total poo-poo? You're not necessarily going to go run out and do all those things. You need to feel better first.
Can you just say what you just said again? Like, I feel like I want to be like dancing over here. Like, are you guys paying attention to what she just said? Like, business opportunity aside, like, yes, that's huge. But from a health perspective, can you say that again, please?
Like every single person that is breathing or eating food on this planet, and that's every mammal actually, because this is true for all mammals, benefits from lowering their oxidative stress.
Wait, you said before that, you said it is the answer, it is the solution.
Oh, it's the answer. Yeah. So yes. in the functional medicine, it is one of the biggest sources of leverage that you can have. Every single condition and disease is associated with inflammation, and so when we need our survival genes turned on, we need our antioxidants to be turned on. We need those things to happen. And every single condition is impacted by oxidative stress. There isn't a condition out there that isn't.
Like, why don't people get this? I'm like blown away by that statement. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. My heart is racing. Like, I just feel like, and this is why I feel like when you said to me, you guys, like, she was telling me about this in 2015, and I was like, shut up already. Like, I don't care about your damn yellow pill, okay? Like, stop talking to me about the yellow pill. And she finally said to me, months and months, she was so persistent. And yes, I got kind of annoyed with her, but I'm so beyond grateful because she said you have an onus to understand what this is. Like, if you are a health and wellness practitioner, you have an onus to understand what it is. Whether you decide to take it or recommend it doesn't matter to me personally. You have an onus to understand what this is and how impactful and how big this is for people's health. Sorry.
I do want to add something. No, I want to add something to that. Just the other thing that really was present to me is that taking one pill versus taking what I saw recommended this weekend, it's a small fortune to take some of the things that are recommended. Even if they're effective, they're not clinically proven to be effective at 40% in 30 days or 70% in 120 days. So one, you pretty much almost have to have a full-time job. There's such a business in supplements, which is ridiculous. You should be helping your body to do what it is innately designed to do, which resonates with me as a chiropractor. But here are two facts that people watching might not know, and I don't know if you know this, but there are, to date, 1,054 doctors associated with this company. Mm-hmm. That's like 10% of the field. And they're active in this doctors forum that I'm in. 1,054. When I joined this and partnered with this company, it was maybe closer to 500 or 600. The number has doubled in 3 years. That's number one. Number two, when I first partnered with this company and I was researching oxidative stress because I'm the nerd that had to look online to see about oxidative stress, there were 130,000 links to oxidative stress and every bad thing you don't want in your body. Now there are 205,000, 209,000. There have been 60 to 70,000 more studies. And then lastly, I stood up in front of these doctors this weekend because they hadn't necessarily heard about this. And they can't promote specific brands and so forth, and I get it, right? They're supposed to be kind of like Geneva, Switzerland, and that's what they said. You know, they can't necessarily.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to allow falsities to be spread out to all the doctors that all of your friends and all of you guys might be going out and seeing. And I'm so clear on what this is and how heavily researched it is with independent peer reviews, unbiased, unpaid for by the company, to be able to stand up with confidence and know that this perfect synergistic ratio of these ingredients upregulates this pathway by 18 times, 1800%. You could do a ketogenic diet, turn off the Wi-Fi, live off grid, do a sauna, exercise, and take all the N-acetylcysteine and all this other stuff that you want and still not get the effect of this. I have literally seen people return back to a time when I used to take care of them and just be able to give them a little bit of advice on how to fix their diet and lifestyle, adjust their spine, and they would hold and they would be fine. Now I see babies 3 times a week. What in the hell? What the hell? So yeah, I'm telling everybody about this. Everyone.
So I know like everybody, it's late. People want to wrap this up. There is
Yeah.
a business opportunity here. I would say, Kat, on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate the business opportunity with this company?
11.
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
plus.
Do me a favor, you guys.
Such a unicorn.
If you're watching, you guys, I just want really quickly, there are patents on this product. Nobody knows about it. Nobody is talking about it. There is no competition. None.
None.
Like I've been in network marketing a long way. I'm a professional network marketer. Ew, I get that.
Me too. Me too.
But I have never seen something like this. I would say hands down, this is like a 10. That I left a full-time income, like in another company where I was elite and doing well, blah blah blah, and took a hit and made no money when I started this because I understood the opportunity. I say it's a 10. You guys drop a comment below, like what on a scale from 1 to 10. What do you see as a business opportunity here? You know, if it's a 1, that's fine. But for those that see it like a 10, I'd like to know who you are. Okay. Kat, anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just really grateful to get to work with you too.
I love you. I'll see you soon. I'll see you Friday. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being patient as we figured out how to work technology.
Bye.
Bye.